this is such a beautiful way to bind off your 1x1 ribbing. It's stretchy and it's great for neck bands, and it's a good match to the long tail tubular cast on, which I'll link in the description. As you can see, it creates this professional double-sided cast off that integrates seamlessly with your ribbing. All right, first thing is first, we're going to want to cut a tail. And I usually make it about 3 times the length of my finished product, plus maybe a little more. So just snip that off. Better to go too long than too short, although I have done 4 times as long as my finished project before, and it was too long. So we've got that disconnected, and we can attach it to our tapestry needle. And before we start, this does seem like a complicated technique, but once you see the pattern, you'll see that it's actually pretty simple, and I feel like I have a good way of organizing the steps so that it makes the most sense. So stay with me the whole tutorial so I can show you. First, we have to start with just 2 setup stitches, and then we'll get into the pattern of it all. So first, insert your tapestry needle into the first stitch purlwise and pull it all the way through. Next, we're going to slip the needle between the first and second stitch. So the tapestry needle is going to kind of be sandwiched in between your knitting needle and the yarn. And then pull it all the way through. Now into the second stitch, we're going to act like we're knitting with this. So make a knit stitch into the second stitch. So go in through the front and out through the back. I'm going to show you that again from this angle. So we're going in through the front and out through the back. And then we are pulling that through. So those are our setup stitches, and now we're going to get into the repeat before I show you how to kind of reorganize them so that it makes the most sense in your head. Okay, so first we are going to insert the needle into the first stitch knitwise. We're going to slip it off the needle and pull it all the way through, and you can tighten it up a little bit. Now we're going to put the needle into the second stitch purlwise. So from right to left, and pull that through. Don't get it tangled on your needle like I did. Our third step, now we're going to insert this needle purlwise from right to left on the first stitch and take it off and pull that through. Now we're going to slip that needle in between the first and second stitch again and pull through. And then once again, we're going to go in knitwise through that second stitch and pull. I'm going to go through that one more time, and then I'm going to tell you about how to reorganize things. So insert the needle knitwise onto the first stitch, pull it off, pull tight. Insert needle into the second stitch purlwise and just pull through. Then we're going to go purlwise into the first stitch and take it off. Now slip between the first and second stitch and then insert knitwise into the second stitch and pull through. Okay, so these are kind of the 5 steps, and if you keep going like this, it's not going to make a ton of sense in your head. So what you want to do is you want to think of your starting point at a different spot. So I'm going to help you get to that spot. So we're going to kind of repeat mostly the whole thing, but we're gonna stop at one point, and I'll explain what's going on. Okay, so once again, insert the needle into this first stitch. Pull it off, tighten up, then into the second stitch, purlwise, purl through, purlwise into the first, drop it off, now is where I'm going to tell you the real starting point is. So I'm going to show you, this is kind of what we've been doing. And we've stopped right here, right at where we're slipping in our needle to pull it through. And that's going to be your new step number 1. And then if you reorganize this, you're going to see that, so we start with that slip through, that's kind of its own piece. But then when you look at the next 4, they kind of group together and they follow the same pattern. You're going to put your yarn in through a second stitch and drop it off on the next stitch, put it in through the second stitch, drop it off on the next stitch, and we've got our knits and we've got our purls. So hopefully that's starting to kind of add up a little more. So let's start with our first step. We're pulling through the 2 stitches. So now, step 2, inserting the needle knitwise. So we're on our knit stitches, dropping it off with a knitwise stitch. Now we've got our purlwise stitch on the second, and then dropping it off purlwise on the first stitch. Does that make more sense to you? I'm going to do it again because we are at the beginning. Inserting between stitch 1 and 2, knitwise through the second stitch, drop off knitwise the first stitch. Now, I'm sure you know what we're doing. Purlwise through the second stitch, purlwise dropping it off the first stitch, and then we are back to slipping it through the first and second stitch. I also like doing it this way because if you have something really long and you have to do this for, like I just did something that was 131 stitches, it took forever. You need to take breaks, this can be kind of tiring. So knowing that I stop every time I slip that needle through, that gives me like kind of a good stopping point so that I can set my work aside and take a break and know exactly where I am when I pick it back up. I'm just going to keep going until the end, and you can follow along if you feel like it, otherwise just skip ahead to the ending. Okay, so we're coming up to the final stitches. Okay, so this last one, I'm gonna knit through. Look at how much tail I have left, that's pretty good. And then knit off. And then I'm going to just bring this through. I do hope that helped make sense of this slightly complicated stitch.